Hey everyone, welcome to the next level. This isn't scripted or anything. I just felt like I needed to explain some things that I didn't. I really hate making update videos. I'd rather just be making regular content or working on a script or anything else. So I'm just gonna try to do this as quick as I can and then edit it down in post. I wanted to start off this video by saying thank you for supporting the 32-bit Blue Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It was a project that really spiraled out of control. Lots of things happened in its development, but I just wanted to start this by saying it means a lot that you guys, for the most part, enjoyed it. I have gotten a little bit of feedback about it, and I do feel like I can improve, but I also feel that this is probably the best video I've ever made. I initially started the video in early September 2022. That's when work really began on it because I was really burnt out after Sonic 1, and I wasn't happy with a lot of Sonic 1. As you probably all know, the head artist changed in between the project, and that did slow a lot of things down. I guess I'll address a couple elephants in the room for those maybe not in the know about like 2022 in general. 2022 was not a good year for me, just in general. Everything that seemed to go wrong did go wrong. I was in a really dark place. Between Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, a lot happened. There was a little bit of drama that I pretty much caused, and that's why Steel Mintborough, he's got like a million names, Guardy, left. Plus, it was all my fault. First of all, I don't want anybody to think otherwise. I got dramatic and said some things I shouldn't have, but we've mostly gotten over it. I've apologized since, and we're cool. He's still in the production server, and he gives a little bit of advice, and he's such a great artist. You really should support him. That being said, Neil Ladd, the current artist, the guy who basically draws me and all the Psycho Pals lately, he's just wonderful. I love his art, and I feel like it represents what I've always wanted for the channel, so I couldn't be happier working with him. He's also just legitimately a funny guy. And you know what, actually it's funny that, for those who've been on the channel for a long time, they know that the first channel artist, first major one, was I call him Aaron, but his new name is Yuyake. He still works on the channel. In fact, he made the new backgrounds. So technically all the channel artists are still involved. So that's really great, even though things have definitely happened in the past. The other big thing that you probably noticed between Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, if you're a little bit more astute, is that Motzi didn't appear. And there's no bad blood there. Motzi, Ayana, she's a wonderful person, and she just couldn't make it due to personal issues. She's always just been one of the biggest supporters of everything I do, so that's why I dedicated the video to her. I can keep going, gushing about everybody on the production, but it's not the point of this video. So, yeah, like I said, a lot of things happened in the last year, and it really definitely slowed down how I wanted to make a video. Between Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, I made a lot of test videos. I made a lot of little experiments to see what I could really do with my editing program, just to kind of improve how things came out. That took up a lot of my time. I tend to get distracted by that and then not make an actual video. I'll make these like really cool like zoom in tests and like really learn something new, and then I'll be like, oh wait, I feel like I've made videos, but nobody's seen anything from me in like weeks. I forget about that sometimes. But anyways, Sonic 2. Sonic 2 in particular was a big video for me because a story here, Prower, you all know him. He's been on the channel the longest besides me. He met me from my original Sonic 2 video. See, 32-bit Blue Season 1, I've been thinking about making Sonic 2 the first in Season 4, just to give you an idea. It was bad. I made Sonic 2 when I was at my lowest point, the original Sonic 2. And it was just me trying to make a video. I just try to throw myself into something and just get something out there and hopefully get attention, which isn't the way you should do things. And, the video wasn't good, but he didn't. The funny thing is, he could have had any legitimate criticism about how I made that video. But instead, the only thing he paid attention to was the title, which was why I think Sonic 2 is my least favorite of the Sonic games, which I feel is a pretty legitimate title. even now. But we got into a Reddit argument about it, and he's been my friend ever since. Go figure. Real story. I really wanted to do Sonic 2 right this time, and I wanted to make sure that none of my usual problems came in. Another thing was the cast kind of rotated the entire time. Originally, I wrote the script for Motzi, and we couldn't do that. There's one really great bit I'd like to share with you guys right now, if I can find it, from Sonic 2's recordings, which I was really proud of, but I didn't include it in the video because it didn't make any sense. There are still references to Motzi in that video that I didn't want to cut because she's not gone forever. She's just taking a break. Here's that little bit. The highly anticipated Super Mario World was wonderful, but it was a safe sequel and was clearly not taking full advantage of the Super Nintendo hardware. Let me give you an example. Prower is standing right here trying to sell you a car. He sold a lot of cars in the past, sure enough, and he still will. But then I put Mott's right next to him, and she smiles at you, her car is cheaper, and her graphics are much more impressive. Okay, maybe some of you are upset with me for writing this joke, but at least half of you are taking out a mortgage out of your house just so you can afford her car. Yeah, but now that Sonic 2 is done, the biggest thing that I feel like a lot of people might be disappointed about is the lack of an art showcase. In my previous Sonic videos, there was this big community effort where I would do a montage and have a bunch of artists participate in it and kind of go through the game in like a scrapbook type form. At least that's the concept. Sonic 2, though, I found it harder to look for art about that game, even though it was turning 30. I found that kind of weird. I guess a big part of it was because Sonic Frontiers was coming out the same month, and a lot of more people were more interested in drawing about the trendy new game, which makes sense, you know. I also feel that Sonic 2 doesn't get a whole lot of art in comparison to the others. I mean, outside of like maybe Emerald Hill and Chemical Plant. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I definitely feel like it's a bit untapped. So I think overall I got like 10 entries, which I might show right here. If I can, I'll credit the artist, of course, but I think for art showcases, I'm not gonna do it, but I think instead of including in the video where it's like a 5-minute portion at the very end, and some people might not even get that far, I think I want to do like a big art showcase video when I'm done doing the Sonic games, the classic ones. Yeah, and we'll talk about that in a second here. So yeah, Sonic 1, 2, 3 CD. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 and CD, all in like an art showcase. So it'll cover like Green Hill to Doomsday Zone, and then, you know, have some great remixes throughout the video. You know, try to get like a good amount of art and like, yeah, like the Fantasia of art showcases, if you will. I think that would be fun. That's kind of like where I'm at with that. Okay, what else do I have to talk about? So yeah, Sonic 2, really happy with it. Really glad that a lot of people liked it. Another factor was that that's kind of why I didn't have anything else for you guys. I did record a Psychopath Theater on Dracula, but another reason why Sonic 2 took so long was because Prower, my secondary editor, he was going through constant problems throughout the production. Some were his fault. I'm not trying to blame him, but, you know, things happen. It's not kind of pointing fingers, but I'm hoping that now we can get more videos on the channel. And yeah, that Psychopath Theater on Dracula, that was originally supposed to be for Halloween, and then we were going to get it for the 91st anniversary, which was Valentine's Day, if you don't know that. Now, it should be coming out within the next week or two, if Universal doesn't block it, which I'm kind of worried about that, but we'll see. Toon Dudes. Okay, I know a lot of people are only here for Toon Dudes, and I'm really sorry if you felt ignored. I was really happy with my Tex Avery Wabbit video. Unfortunately, once again, Warner Brothers took that down right as it was picking up steam on the algorithm and killed it. I got it back up, but after that point, YouTube was not promoting it, so that kind of sucked. But I'm really happy with that video too. It was kind of just fun to make a bit of a more documentary, and I feel like for Toon Dudes in the future, I think that's where I'm going to go, because I'm not really happy with how the Mickeys were turning out. The big problem with those kind of videos is that I was trying to do like a short bite-sized video, daily, like a couple times a week for you guys. But the production that goes into that, plus the view times are just awful. Not really anybody's fault. It's just that when you're making a 3-minute video, even if somebody watches it, 2 minutes of an average view time, that's not great, That's just kind of an example. Like, even if like you're making like a 5-minute video, if people are watching like, 3 minutes of it and like leaving, that really hurts your channel. So YouTube definitely promotes the bigger videos. So I think for the future, I'm going to make these shorter documentary videos. I'm already re-edited a good chunk of the Mickey's 1935 Mickeys that I did, and then I'm going to like do On Ice as well, and then get some like commentary from Anthony and a few others, and I'll release that within the next 2 weeks, next 2-3 weeks. The plan is to get a video out every Friday for the time being, and then maybe if I can figure out how to get more things out more often, then I'll start upping the upload rate, because I'm not happy that I'm going down to 1 a week. But considering how my track record's been, I think 1 a week is a good goal for now. Another thing about Toon Dudes is that I do a lot of work on Anthony's channel, Anthony's Animation Talk. I'll leave a link in the description. I do a lot of his redos for just simple commission, and I'm also on the channel regularly. It's slowed down a bit because, things happen, and Anthony's in Australia and his time zones are just such a pain, but I do try to get on there and, commentate. And usually people are very nice to me on that channel. Like, I gotta say, a lot of people have shown legitimate excitement when I'm on, so that's always really nice. The only other series I've not talked about is Pixel Brain, and that's kind of because, as fun as Pixel Brain was to make, Pixel Brain Castlevania, the Tiny Toons video, and stuff like that, DuckTales, that was the other one I did. They did not get the views I was hoping for. I have another one that I'm making. It's kind of slower. It's Punch Out. Beta Bytes? See, my problem is with Beta Bytes, I like making them. I love talking about prototype content in gaming. The problem is, I always think, well, what if I want to do a video about it? Then I don't have a beta content section to do. Like, if I was to do Mario 64, which everybody and their mother has done, but I'm not exactly afraid to do my own take on that kind of stuff. I mean, what if I want to do a Super Mario 64 video later? Then it kind of like took away a lot of things to talk about. I'm thinking about making a couple beta bytes on like development videos and stuff. Like, for instance, like the Mega Man 2 tape that was found with all that constant music, or the Mega Man X video, which had all that the Maverick shadow that we've never seen before. Things like that. The localization prototype of Super Mario World, maybe. Smaller stuff like that, kind of keep it like a news channel, I guess, kind of like news about new prototype content that's out there. I don't know yet. If you guys have any thoughts about that, let me know, because I'll like take a look. But anyways, all right, so 32-Bit Blue, which is kind of my baby. I'm most proud of these videos. For instance, the next 32-Bit Blue is not going to be a Sonic video, and the reason for that is because I only got one 32-Bit Blue out last year, and the year after that, I only did one, and it's Sonic 2, and that's not going to happen again. The next one's going to be out in just a couple weeks now. The script is almost done. And it's going to be The Revenge of Shinobi. I already kind of announced that like a long time ago, but it got pushed aside and I kind of rewrote everything. But I want to do Revenge of Shinobi because I feel like it's a lesser known Sega game, and it's got a lot of interesting things in its story and its development, and I definitely think that I can like maybe make a really great video. The next one after that is also not a Sonic game. It's going to be something I wanted to do for a long time, and that's Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. Again, I've held off because I felt like I needed to, but I definitely want to do that game justice, and then it'll be back to Sonic. So the plan for Sonic right now is, now that I feel like I have found my aha moment with Sonic 2, I want to make the other Genesis games uniform, because I want to do Sonic CD. That's the next one. It's the 30th anniversary. It's my favorite game of all time. It feels right to do it now. I also want to do Sonic 3. Because Sonic 3's video is pretty old now. Me and Prower are still learning a lot of things. My Sonic 3 video isn't great. It hasn't held up too well. It's got a lot of jokes that I'm not proud of anymore. Like, for instance, the Marble Garden gag where I call Hilltop its horrible mother, I think. Yeah, it's definitely not something I want to be proud of. And for Sonic 3, it's definitely something that I want to keep on top of things. And then Sonic 1, yeah, I'm going to do Sonic 1 again too, just because. And then these are going to be the final videos. Like, I'm never going to do another Sonic 2 video unless somebody pays me to do it. The other thing about Sonic 2 I want to mention is just I don't get paid for this. So if you see me throwing my video all around the place, it's literally because I'm trying to get people to enjoy my video, and I do legitimately want to grow my channel to 1,000 subscribers so I can get partnered and feel like I have a legitimate chance of monetizing this channel. Not that I ever expect to pay my bills with it, just, you know, on the side, you know, it'd be nice. I spent a lot of money on the Sonic 2 video, and I just want people to like it. I can talk a little bit about, you know, like what I've been doing in the background too. So a lot of what I did last year was improve my setup. So one of the big things from Sonic 1 to Sonic 2 was that I started using real hardware. Sonic 1 was recorded mostly using a Mega SG, which is a great little device that allows you to capture HDMI footage from FPGA Sega Genesis, which is hardware emulation and not software emulation. The word emulation gets thrown a lot, but I've never been a big emulation person. I really like having physical carts and being able to capture off the real hardware and the intended experience for it. It's just kind of how I am. So yeah, I've gotten a lot of equipment. If you saw my punch out footage, you'll notice that it's a lot cleaner than my previous videos, and that's because I got a new NES. It's RGB modded, meaning I can get a better picture out of it. I'm trying to simplify this. N64, that too. You can see some Mario 64 footage I was just capturing for the fun of it. My setup's almost all there. I just need to get a couple more EverDrives and cables. I need one for my Sega Saturn because I want to capture some footage of Sonic Jam. But, you know, money is money. It's been rough. So that's all that. So yeah, I definitely rabbled on. I'm not looking forward to editing this. The recording says it's 22 minutes already. Yikes. But that's kind of it. There should be a new video next Friday. I'll be uploading the sketches as like shorts. I'm gonna try the YouTube Shorts thing. That's not gonna be on Fridays though. That's gonna be like a Monday, Wednesday thing if I feel like it. Just to try to get some more push for the video. And if you know anybody that has not seen it yet, you know, like point it out to them. If they're into Sonic 2, I really want to see if I can hit the 1,000 subscribers thing this year, because honestly, it's taking me too long to hit that point. And most of all, I want to entertain. I want to be somebody. So that would be really nice. Anyways, thank you for listening to me rabble. Hopefully I can get this down to like 10 minutes or so. I'll see. Anyways, I gotta get going. I'm already really late on making this, so I appreciate the delay. You know, everything. I appreciate you all. Thank you. Bye.